Alright, let's dive into this because the Bruno Guimaraes to Arsenal transfer is one of those moves that just screams big picture thinking. And personally, I think it's a masterstroke. Here's why. Arsenal didn't just sign a midfielder, they signed a Swiss Army knife for their midfield. But let's break this down because there's so much more to it than just his versatility. First off, the £75 million price tag, yeah, it's steep, but if you take a step back and think about it, Arsenal aren't just buying a player, they're buying a solution to multiple problems. Bruno's ability to play both as a number 6 and a number 8 is huge. What many people don't realize is that this kind of flexibility is gold in modern football. Mikel Arteta can now tweak his midfield based on the opposition, the game state, or even just to keep players fresh. It's like having two players in one, and that's massive for a team chasing trophies on multiple fronts. Now, let's talk about his preferred role. Bruno himself has said he's more comfortable as a number 8, but here's the thing, he's not just a box-to-box midfielder. He's a box-to-box midfielder who can actually play. What makes this really interesting is that even when he's playing deeper, he's still a threat going forward. I mean, the guy scored 7 goals and provided 8 assists from the number 6 position last season. That's not just impressive, it's game-changing. It raises a deeper question: how many midfielders in the world can do that? Not many. And this is where it gets really fascinating. Arsenal already have Declan Rice, who's a beast in his own right. But pairing him with Bruno in a double pivot? That's a partnership that could dominate the Premier League. Rice's discipline and Bruno's creativity could complement each other perfectly. One thing that immediately stands out is how this could free up Martin Odegaard to play as a pure number 10, which, in my opinion, is where he's most dangerous. It's like Arsenal are building a midfield that can adapt to any situation, and that's a luxury very few teams have. But here's the thing, this move isn't just about Bruno. It's about the ripple effect it has on the squad. For instance, Martin Zubimendi, who's been solid, might now have to fight for his spot. And Lewis-Skelly, who impressed last season, could find himself further down the pecking order. From my perspective, this is both a blessing and a curse. It's great for competition, but it also means some talented players might not get the minutes they deserve. That said, with Arsenal's fixture congestion, everyone's going to get their chance, it's just about who takes it. What this really suggests is that Arsenal are thinking long-term. They're not just building for this season, they're building for the next 5 years. Bruno's only 28, and is already one of the best midfielders in the league. Imagine what he'll bring to the table as he hits his prime. A detail I find fascinating is how his passing stats compare to Odegaard's. Bruno made almost the same number of line-breaking passes per 90 minutes as the Arsenal captain last season. That's not just a coincidence, it's a statement about his quality. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. Arsenal's midfield was over-reliant on Rice and Zubimendi last season, and it showed. Injuries to Odegaard and Merino didn't help, but the lack of depth was a clear issue. Bruno's arrival addresses that, but it also raises a deeper question. Who's going to make way? With Ethan Nwaneri and Fabio Vieira back from loan, and Lewis-Skelly knocking on the door, something's got to give. Personally, I think we'll see some departures, but that's just the nature of the game. In the end, what makes this transfer so exciting is the potential. Arsenal aren't just adding a player, they're adding a new dimension to their game. Bruno's a warrior, but he's also a thinker. He's physical, but he's got the technical ability to match. And that's exactly what Arsenal need if they want to compete at the highest level. So, here's my closing thought. This move isn't just about this season, it's about setting the foundation for a dynasty. And if Arsenal play their cards right, Bruno Guimaraes could be the cornerstone of that.